Okay, since we're telling all the stories, for those who remember 1990 Monday night against the New York Giants, what did you and Phil Simms say to each other when you went helmet to helmet? Now that's inside. Paulie Mack's smiling. Because, man, nothing gets my partner's blood boiling like the New York Giants 49ers rivalry of the late 80s, 1990. We had Phil Simms on once, and I had to restrain Paulie.
Yeah,
he wanted to go after him.
I can tell you, man, you know what? It's a great story. So we're playing the
game.
unbelievable game. Well, that night, it's a Monday night game. And that night, I'm like sitting here going, okay, I'm getting ready for the game. So Jim Burt, I don't know if you guys know, Jim Burt is he's our teammate, played for the Giants. He says, hey, I was talking to Phil Simms. I said, you were talking to Phil Simms? He goes, yeah, I was talking to Phil Simms, and he says, you suck. I said, what? He goes, man, he said, you're slow, you can't move, you can't. I was like, and here I am. I just told you, man, that somebody, you get in my head, and I'm like, now I'm gone, right? I'm gone. I'm like, and he said, what? And he goes, man, he says, yeah, man, you can't run, you can't do this. So I'm like, oh man. So and he goes, you don't mind if I ride with you to the stadium? I said, yeah, man, come on, get in the car. So he gets in the car. Man, he's like, you won't believe what he said. So, man, he is going. So all of a sudden, we're in this game. This will tell you how, this is a true story. This will tell you how crazy. It's 7-3. It's 7-3. They're saying, I sprained both my knees in that game.
Wow.
Sprained both my knees that game. I got a grade 2 sprain on this one. I'm like, I am not leaving this game. He then on that and he used to do this. He would wind it up and do this, right? In that last series, we stopped him, right? So I went over there, I was like that! Sprained legs, everything, man. And so we started, we're screaming at,
yeah.
And you could see, the funny thing is that when I did that, he looked at me like, what is he doing? Why is he, he doesn't have any idea that Jim Burt's got me all lathered up, right? And so then he starts yelling back at me, and I'm like, and I'll say this because I love, humility of knowing that the guy walked in. After the game, I'm taking care of my 2 knees. Who walks in? Phil Simms. Phil Simms walks in and says, hey man, you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm okay. And so I'm amazed that when you see people like that are champions in those kind of situations. And so I have moments like that where you saw a guy who you was like, what? Like this, and you thought he was like this, and then he has a moment where he says, hey, are you okay? And